Hey guys, welcome to the show. I was having some problems with the intro, so I'm just going to do the intro now. Flows to you, flows to you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. And there you go. That's the new simple one, not my cool one that I have set up, but I made a really quick one for the new logos and whatnot. So there you go. Hi, Sheila. How are you doing today?
Hello, how are you?
I'm awake, and I am excited to be alive. Today was our big dump day for all the trash from your house, like the bulky pickup. I don't know if they have a thing like that in New Jersey, but they do here. And so I watched the guy take the little claw and move it into the trash. It made me happy, and so
Exciting day. It's for people who don't want to be hoarders.
yes, I mean I'm still a hoarder, and I try to get the stuff out of the kitchen. I mean, out of the kitchen, out of the place that it was the garage. But there's only so much that you can do that actually keeps you from making it correct or not correct. And then I have a wife, so I have to like get approval that I can throw away her jeans from 1932. You know what I'm saying?
I would hope probably going to come back in style pretty soon.
Yeah, no, I understand that. That's why I don't do it. But then there's like, I'd randomly have just a random can in there, and for some reason it's still there. And it's like, this is literally trash that is just sitting there in my garage, and I need to move it out. Because, one day I'm going to get moved from here to the garage, and that'll be where my studio is. So, but, until then, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
So, that was good. Anything fun happened to you today?
Well, it's the first day of our holiday, and so we've just kind of been doing some festive things, decorating, and getting our Diwali, candles and diyas and everything out, and we're going to be doing some fireworks.
Ooh. Question is Diwali commercialized? So is there like a Diwali like Santa Claus kind of guy going on there? I don't know. I'm being silly, but I'm just
sort
asking.
of. I guess so. Like they have like Hindu gods and stuff, so I guess that could be kind of like a Santa Claus thing.
But do they got a cartooned one?
I'm sure there is a cartoon. I'm sure, but I probably
nice.
But there's a lot. It's a pretty big deal, especially over here in New Jersey. There's a lot of Indian people here, and so there's more and more Diwali celebrations. But the fireworks are really fun because we missed them, and we've been had them since July. So
yeah,
keep fireworks happening.
Well, and then you have you have to do like fireworks in quick succession because then you'll have New Year's and all that stuff. Fireworks.
That's true.
In New Jersey, can you have fireworks? Is that a thing?
What's so fun is that it's actually legal now. Like it was illegal.
Yeah, I know. That's in here it is.
Oh, it is illegal. Oh, you should come up to New Jersey.
Well, sorry, it's illegal where I used to live. Now where I live, which is on the outskirts of San Antonio, it definitely is not illegal.
Okay.
Yeah, we literally have a slab in our backyard, and we just sit there, and all the kids and us just watch all fireworks. And so you are still going in and out audio wise, but it's okay. We'll figure it out, he replies in the song. But yeah, so that's cool. That is fun. I don't know enough about Diwali as I should. I do love Indian food, and I can make a few curries and whatnot. Those aren't. I can make any color curry, but that's because of the Thai food in me. I can make samosas. I can make. What else can I make? I can make tiki masala. Obviously, I can make a butter chicken. I can. What else? Any other good like Indian? I said I can make anything that tastes like a samosa. So pretty much, I can make a curry that tastes like a samosa with the potato, like a curried potato.
A business idea, and the name of the restaurant is called anything that tastes like a samosa.
Sure.
You could have
dude, samosa tacos. You can make some delicious smoked tacos, especially because all you're doing is curry that potato, cut in little slices, and then stick it with a tortilla. Yeah, no, there's a lot of. As I am a food guy, so I'm all about.
But you listen. I think you should make the taco part out of samosa dough.
Yeah,
That's shaped like a taco.
you know, I was in a place in Austin, and they had like these chimichurri. No, not chimichurri. They pretty much had like they like Japanese goza, but then they turn them into tacos.
Oh gosh!
So they had the insides of it, and then they fried a dumpling shell to make a taco, and it looked like it was going to be good, but it was not.
Oh.
Well, there was an issue with like the hot chili in a ramen. So the reason I have bad memories is because my roommate, my beatboxer / friend was in terrible pain for the next 3 days because his body did not enjoy the hot oil.
Oh, I love hot oil.
But this one was a little too spicy, and his body was not used to breathing fire at all times.
Do you like spicy food? You must love it.
I do. I love it. I'm not like super high. Like if you were to give me a level, I'm probably like at a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
So, and I can do hot challenges if I wanted to, but I'm not going to torture myself.
Well, you know what I find as somebody who loves spicy food, there has to be a balance between the flavor and the level of spice. It can't just be the kind of spice that just hurts. Like where it's like you put it on your tongue and it just causes pain and not enough flavor. Like I needed there to be a nice balance.
That makes sense. I agree. I think when the spice is just right, it really doesn't matter how spicy it is. If that makes any sense. Like if it's the sweet and sugary meshes with it, there are certain things that I can eat where it's just like I shouldn't have had that. Like a ramen is a great example of that, where you can get a super spicy or even a curry. Like you can have a really sweet curry that just makes your whole body go into chills. Yeah. But if it's well done, it's not just all spice, then usually I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, definitely. You know, the funny thing is I used to make food that was so hot all the time. And then once I had kids, I had to be able to cook for them. And I think I became a better cook because if you can't just rely on the hot, you have to focus on the other aspects of the flavor. So I feel like the food got better because I couldn't put chili peppers in it, you know? The chili peppers were carrying the whole dish, basically.
Yeah, which is crazy for Indian food because Indian food's all about as many flavors as humanly possible, or as many spices as possible.
So many flavors.
Yeah. What's that movie that I love very much? I forget what it's called. The one where the two restaurants battle it out, and it's like a old Indian. It's like a Indian family, and then versus a French dining family. Oh, I forget what it's called.
Oh gosh, I need to see this. I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's awesome. But it has Dev. It has
Patel.
Yeah, he's in it. It was like one of his first movies after what you call it, and it has that wonderful English actress, older lady. Oh man, oh my brain's not registering.
I'll have to look it up because I don't do that for sure.
All right. So, all right. We went way longer in my intro, but that's okay. Minutes is fine. Now we have a fun quiz. I haven't changed my graphics for this, but this is my awesome friend, DJ Sound Effects, who's on a long sabbatical because he just got married. Ooh. And so I've transitioned to just doing it without him. But one day he'll come back. Or if he doesn't, he's still my friend and I love him very much. But here it is, DJ Sound Effects quiz. Oh, yeah. And I have a very funny quiz set up for you. My friends Cody Miles and Product, they had an album come out a few months ago, and I had them on the show. But they said that the only way I could have them on the show was if I passed a quiz of all their lyrics. Oh. And so they made a hilarious quiz using the lyrics. Now, I'm not going to do that to you about your own lyrics, which I think would be funny. That might be a funny one. But this is a Glinda Welch. Am I saying it right? Glinda? How do you say it?
Gillian.
Gillian Welch funny lyrics quiz.
Okay.
So the parts that are funny are just me adding options, because you should know hopefully you know the lyrics. But there are 5 questions. Well, bonus question, which makes no sense, but don't worry about it. That's my son Boston. He made a bonus question for you, and there you go. And so, are you ready for the quiz?
Okay. I hope I do well. I don't like to fail. Let's see.
All right. So this is a song. I'm going to tell you the song title, and then I'm going to ask you a lyric from the song. So you'll see how the question goes. In Caleb Meyer, what will his ghost be wearing? A cowboy hat, a sheet, rattan chains, or glasses?
I think it would be a cowboy hat.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay, try one more time.
Okay.
Do you want the options again?
Okay, yeah. Cowboy hat, a sheet.
Rattan chains, or glasses?
Did you say rattan chains?
Yep.
It's going to be rattan chains.
That is correct.
Okay.
You were like, wait a second. Let's see what he's doing now. All right. In Time the Revelator,
Yeah.
they are undercover what? Talent. Undiscovered talent, undiscovered actor, undiscovered genius, or undiscovered foodie?
Undiscovered talent, undiscovered genius, undiscovered actor, and undiscovered, what's the last one?
Foodie.
Foodie. I don't think
What?
it's actor.
All right.
It's either genius or talent. I'm gonna say undiscovered genius.
That is correct. It is genius. Now, this next question is a little over PG, PG-12. I don't know, but I just had to do it. It was funny. In Look at Miss Ohio, she's running around with her what down?
Ragtop.
With her give me a chance.
Oh, sorry.
With her socks down, her hair down, her shirt down, or the rag top down.
Really funny. You get an 8 those choices. She's around and around with a rag top.
All right. Now, this was another funny one. You probably know the answer at the moment. This one's a little more complicated. Wait, did I do it that way? Yes. All right. In Elvis Presley Blues, what didn't he shook it like?
Okay.
A hurricane, Harlem Queen, a Polaroid picture, or Holy Roller?
Say it again. Which one did he did not shake it?
Didn't shook it like.
Okay.
A Polaroid picture, a hurricane, a Harlem Queen, or a Holy Roller?
Funny. That was genius. You're a discovered genius. You know that.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting there going through the lyrics, and I'm like, I gotta find something funny in these, because she's not a funny singer.
It's not funny, but I do like the Polaroid picture song.
Yeah. Imagine if she did say that. Well, I could see her. I could see her slipping in some funny stuff. Like there's some things like that song in general has a little funniness. The Elvis Presley Blues, and just how it randomly goes to other songs. It's like, oh, okay. Oh, what is it? The Paul Henry thing, where it's like, Paul Henry's probably happy when he died. Be like, wow, you're probably right though. All right. So this question's not gonna make any sense because I'm combining it with, and I don't have an answer. So bonus question is, who is Gillian Welch's favorite doctor via her lyrics? What's the time she says doctor more than once?
Oh my gosh, I don't think I know the answer.
I don't know if there is an answer, honestly. I just made it up. My son was like, if there were doctors, does she know the doctor from YouTube where he does Roblox channels and move it through the things? I was like, no, she doesn't know that. But I'll put it as a question, buddy. So.
Okay, so it's your favorite doctor. Something to do, like, there are lyrics with doctor in it.
Yeah.
So it can't be like Dr. Pimple Popper.
It can be. Here's the truth is there is no real answer for this. So if here you go. If Jillian Welch had a favorite doctor out of the information from all of her music that you listen to, what would be her favorite doctor to go visit?
Okay, let me think.
I think I got a good one this one.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me think.
This is easy.
Oh gosh, I can't believe I don't know that.
Try to be funny. No. Just think funny, but think serious. Just think about like what she does. Like, here, I'll give you some answers. A string doctor. Get it? Because always popping the strings because you play so much. Or a throat doctor. Always trying to get that throat sounding that singing voice sound beautiful. So, yeah. There's no real answer there. This is just trying to be funny. What?
Dr. Pepper?
Nice. Do you think she drinks Dr. Pepper?
I mean, I probably would.
Yeah. How old is Jillian Welch?
She's probably, I don't know, maybe in her 50s.
Really? Yeah. She's been doing music for a long time. As I was watching her music videos and all that stuff.
Doesn't her music sound like really old?
Yes.
I love that about her.
Yeah, it's a very old soul situation. And it's cool. Like I said, I mean, it's obvious like when there are music videos that they're in black and white, but it's again the idea of it. But then there's people that have just decided that her music sounds good with 1930s movies for some reason. And so there's a bunch of random music videos using 1930s movies.
Oh, wow.
With her music. That's
pretty cool. I want to.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you should look at YouTube for that. I laughed. You know, when I'm doing research for it, I'm like, oh, well, this is fun because I'm trying to get the good quiz going. So
I'm realizing how much I don't know, about the lady who's supposedly my favorite singer.
Yes, but it's okay.
Her at the Capitol Theater in December. And I'll be all studied up for her by then. Now that you've pointed out how I don't know.
It's
Jillian Welch.
Yes, you're welcome. When she's like, man, you know so much about me. Well, the thing is, you don't want to know too much because I've definitely met my favorite musicians before and acted like a super nerd, and then they were like, "Yo, dude, you're weird," and I was like, "Yeah, no, that's fair." What's that?
I feel like you're a stalker.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, the one person I was really weird with is now my friend to this day. So, do you remember the old school hip hop band Arrested Development?
Yes.
So, Speech from Arrested Development is actually one of my friends, and I had him on this podcast. So, feel like you're a cool. I even got to freestyle rap for him.
What?
Yeah.
That is a great. I love this story.
Yeah, well, I said, actually, the funny part about that one is I had him on the show, and I went through all of his. I've worked with him before, so I went through his manager and everything, and scheduled it, and he was like, "All right, cool." And I have this weird feeling, like he's in Atlanta, so he's like your time, so an hour. So I have this weird feeling he's going to show up early for the show. So I just turn on the stream. And this time I think we're starting at 7 or something. I turn on the stream at 6, and there he is. I'm like, "What's up, dude?" And I was like, the interview's actually at 7. And he goes, "All right, let me be honest with you. You're my 7th interview today, and I have my 8th in an hour. And the only reason I'm here is because you're my friend. So could we start?" And I was like, yes. And my co-host was so mad at me because I had to text him and be like, "Dude, we're starting the show now, so show up when you can." And he's like, "Why would you do that without me?" I'm like, "We have a choice in the matter. I'm not going to leave a Grammy. I'm not going to not interview a Grammy Award winning guy if I can't."
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Decision and just.
Yeah. And so it was fun. And they still release music to this day.
Wow.
Or sorry, he just retired from making new music like a few months ago, but he's released a new Arrested Development or a speech album for the last year, every year for the last 10 years.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I get it though. It's like once you release it, keep doing it, even if it's like against your best judgment. I get it. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, I always think about it like with the children's music cycle. Like, it's always funny, like, to see my friends, like, literally having to come out with an album every single year just so they can get maybe a Grammy nomination. And I know that's not always the cycle, but that is one of the motivators, right? To, like, get it on there. It's like my buddy Saul Paul, he releases one, like, a machine every year right before Grammy season.
Does he play with a band?
No, he does not play with a band. He plays his own acoustic guitar. And right now he does have a choir come with him because of his new song.
I met him. He's the one that did the chemistry song at the end. Is that him?
The chemistry song at the end?
Of the program at CNN?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
The change change.
The balloon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I met so many people in one weekend, and I definitely remembered you. Remembered a handful of people, but it was a process. Next year I'll be better at knowing.
Did you grab a bottle of water with his face on it? So, yeah, that station I was standing by was his water company.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so the one I was working in, that was to motivate his new. I'll talk about the new album, but also to tell people about the water.
Nice. Very
so. Yeah, it is very cool. I said it's so funny to do these things, but I always laugh because there is that rotation. Ronnie Boy's the same way. He just released his last album, and he's like everybody's doing their thing, trying to get nominated. And I'm just like, wow, I don't even have an album. Like, I have lots of rap albums. Like, we released 4 albums throughout the years, but I never released any kids music. Though I do record a new song every single week.
What?
So there is that for the podcast, because I always do a full freestyle at the end with a new beat and everything.
So excited. But where can we hear your music? I love rap and hip hop.
Yeah, you can go check out if you go to Bandcamp and look up Scout the Psalmist. You can find my first solo album, and then if you go to Spotify, you can always just look up the name Concept 7. And that's my rap group. And they're like a Christian rap band or rap group. And so that was we started that in 2000. That's actually when I met Saul Paul.
Oh.
Before he became what he became. And so he's been a friend for years. So it's so cool to see him be successful.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah.
Goodness. So.
Sorry, you're still going in and out, and it's driving me crazy. That's why if you see me cut you off, it's because I can't hear you anymore, and so I'm just trying to make sure the recording doesn't lose your question. So, actually, you know what's funny is when you got up and you walked over to like the seating area, it looked like the audio worked better over there. If that helps you at all.
We're in the other area.
No, where you got up earlier and you went and grabbed something and you came back.
I actually moved. I can go back to the area where I was before.
All right. We're just getting a nice tour of your office.
Yes.
Well, that is fun.
Now I'm right next to the Wi-Fi thing.
All right. Hopefully the Wi-Fi will treat us nice. And I'll try to give you a simple. And I always think if you have to put a pause in between your thing, that's helpful because then it will buffer. I guess I don't know how to say that. So don't stress on that. But anyways, so I'm just changing up things the way I do them a little bit. And did I grab? Let me think here. I did a thing. I'm just trying to think where I put the thing. All right, so I was listening to the album. What made you go, this should be a kid's album? Like, or did you already go, you were playing, let me go back. How did you get into bluegrass music?
So always been into music and like choral music, and I learned to play guitar in college and all of that. But then to college in North Carolina, and
Oh,
know that um, the Appalachian Mountains are where a lot of the bluegrass came from. Everything. So there was a lot of bluegrass around, and when I first checked it out, I thought it was just fabulous. I loved it, and I particularly love the rhythm that a bluegrass band can produce without having any drums. You have the chop of the mandolin, you have the bass, you have the other instruments comping, including like fiddle and even the banjo and the dobro will comp when a mandolin player's um, soloing. And so that whole outfit together really was impressive to me. And then on top of it, there's the harmonies, which I grew up singing, choral music and in groups and quartets and all of that. And harmony is just like really my main jam. So to see, this beautiful acoustic group with harmonies, it was just, I just saw it. I'm like, this is definitely for me. And then I moved up to New Jersey, and ironically, this is where I got into, playing bluegrass. Whereas I had been living in North Carolina for 7, 8 years, and moved up here, and I'm like, all right, we're doing this. And honestly, once you start, it's really hard to stop. So I made a decision a long time ago to do this, probably 20 years ago, and here I am. I can't get out of it.
that's so funny.
Kind of like the mob. There's only one way out.
I mean, it's cool. As I said, I love, as a hip hop person, right? I love the idea of introducing children to music in general, and that's what I do when I work with kids. Is I'm trying to introduce them how to create hip hop, and I do want to show them. And the truth is, I definitely want them to like '90s hip hop or old school hip hop. In my head, I like boom bap stuff because that's what I love, right? So I want them to enjoy that too, and not just enjoy what is now. And so when I hear people like Wendy and DB we were talking about earlier that do like children's blues, what y'all do, the idea of introducing children to a different genre of music is an amazing thing. What goes into that mindset? Was there a part of you where you're just going to do the bluegrass ABCs?
Well, the funny thing, I was teaching one of my classes, schoolers, and it dawned on me that, like, as a music teacher who's, you've got all sorts of children running around, and like some are engaged and some are wild and free. You can change what's going on in the room if you can improv, and you are the king of improv, so you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it around so that everybody is participating or excited or enthusiastic by reading the room. And I thought, well, if I can just make up this improv song right now, and it's so effective, I should make an album. And so I called up my producer and said, I'd like to make an album. I'm going to send you a bunch of songs. And he said, well, let's just make it into a bluegrass album, since, you're a bluegrass musician. Why are we going to do something a different way? I'm like, all right, fine. And then for bluegrass, I just called the bandmates, and, that's what happened. And then after we made it, the producer said, it's really a nice thing. And it's basically like echoing what you just said about introducing children to music. Now, if I just played a non-children's bluegrass album, a kid may not be interested. They might be interested in it. But because it's an album for children, maybe the bluegrass will catch on for them, or, hit them in a way that'll make them have a good, feeling about bluegrass, or maybe be drawn to other bluegrass and not turn it away as like country music or something that they would not want to hear. And be able to appreciate all the instruments. And the one song on there is called 27 Strings, and that was another intro to bluegrass kind of idea. It's just like, let's introduce all the instruments to them. And so when they hear bluegrass, they'll say, hey, that's a mandolin, that's a banjo, I know that from. I'm hoping that's what that song will do. It just give kids get involved with bluegrass.
And that's also the one that has a child singing on it, right?
There are 3 children singing on that album. It's not on that particular song, but those 3
It's
are
close to that song. That's why I was like, oh, I'm wrong right when I said it. But
okay. I failed my quiz, so you just those are my 3 kids.
oh, so the people you made sing bluegrass children's music were your own children. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cloud Fluff. Cloud Fluff was one.
That's my oldest daughter, Surya. She helped me with the song a little, helped me with the writing, and then she actually performed that song.
That's awesome. That's good. I did I did know Susanna, of course. So when I heard that one, I was like, oh yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Now, again, I have like 2 references of bluegrass in general. The one is the obvious one, which is the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Yep, the O Brothers.
Yep. And then the other one is...
Yeah.
What was that?
That's a lot of people's like gateway drug.
To it, yeah. And then, I mean, I guess in theory, like, did you ever watch the show Ted Lasso?
Yes, I loved it.
So do you know who makes all the music for Ted Lasso?
Who?
What's the really famous bluegrass band from the UK? Or not bluegrass, like folk band. I'm about to look it up. He's... Oh, I thought I was ready. I'm not.
Over. I don't know. Really?
Now, the other question is, when I was doing research, is there, like, how many Indians are in bluegrass? Do you know any?
I think that the answer is none or one, but that's not the answer. There is a friend that I've made who lives in Asheville. Unfortunately, they're dealing with a lot of hurricane aftermath issues, but he is in Unspoken Tradition. And so that's one incredible bluegrass player who played on the new Tom Paxton tribute album. And then there are a few in India, believe it or not. And
yes.
There's one lady in New York City, and there is, I think there might be one. No, that might be it, as far as I know. I've tried to connect with them all because it's,
yeah,
we're like purple striped unicorns.
Well, I mean, actually, it's funny if you really think about it. If you know traditional Indian music, it would be a shocker that somebody would move towards bluegrass because of the strings.
Absolutely, and in fact, I would, a dream of mine is to get some Indian music into the bluegrass band because I've become full circle over here.
Yeah, no, it's funny how it works. It's Marcus Mumford from Mumford and Sons.
Oh, from Mumford and Sons, of course, yeah.
And he wrote that intro song he actually did all the music. He was the supervisor of all the music for Ted Lasso, the movie, TV show.
Oh, that's nice.
And so when I was at ACL last year, he performed, or Mumford and Sons performed. But they did not do the Ted Lasso intro, which I hoped. But
it's been such a long time since I finished that show. I don't remember the music, but I'll have to go check it out.
Yeah, no, I mean, you wouldn't really notice. I guess you would in the influence if you listen to like the intros and all the stuff that comes through it. But it's pretty cool. I was like, I wouldn't have expected that he was the person that came up with the ideas. So
there's another. There's a show from a long time. I don't know how old you are. The show from, I'm going to say maybe the 70s that also has a bluegrass intro. No, there are a couple of them actually. Old TV shows with bluegrass intros.
Oh yeah. Well, bluegrass at one point was the popular music of America.
Yeah.
So it's so funny how things reference. Oh, and so then the other one is, I can't remember their name, and I'm trying to do the reference. It is oh, come on. I know this.
Give me a hint. I like this game. Give me a hint.
Oh, it's Judah and the Lion. Have you heard of Judah and the Lion before?
No, I haven't.
So they do a song called "Take It All Back," and it features their whole band. It's a rock band that features the mandolin,
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
and they're really cool. So they have a song called I don't know how much of it I can show you without causing issues. I can always show it to you later when we're not on the show.
Yes.
But they have a song called "Take It All Back," and it's like a rock rap song with a mandolin.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
And I was like, I love this sound so much. And I already knew that I liked the mandolin, but it was cool to like hear it.
It's such a sweet instrument. It's got so much drive, chonk when you chomp it. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a really wonderful instrument.
Were you there for the first day of the extra day at the conference in Chicago?
I don't think so. You're talking about the Old Town Day?
Yeah.
I missed that. Yeah.
Well, so they had the lady there who's like a soul blues player, but she plays the zittar.
Oh.
And she does kids music with the zittar.
Wow.
And it was so cool.
That is cool.
And I was like, oh, but you would have known I was going to say if you were there, because you would have definitely remembered that. But she I think she does all her like music but with a zittar, and it's just her thing. I forget her name, and I'm terrible at the reference. But if you go back at the pictures, they'll show a picture of her. But she had what she was normally known as is a like poet, and she did really cool lyrics. And so but then she started doing this stuff, and then that's what she did there. She did tons of cool zittar, kids music. It was very fun.
Sitar, or are you saying zitar?
I'm saying whatever the Indian.
Oh, sitar.
Sitar.
Yeah.
I'm saying zittar because I'm a white guy from Texas.
And you might have a zit. You might have a zit.
Yeah, well, I do. We've had this conversation right here.
That is.
There's like 3 of them.
That looks like a zitar.
Yeah, no, I hope it's a zit and not like brain cancer. I know it's not brain cancer, but in general, my brain is like, what is wrong with me? I'm dying.
Oh, right. That's what happens after a certain age. You're just like,
Yeah.
Hypochondriac.
Why is this? I mean, it doesn't help that lots of my family have died from things like that. But in general, it's like, yeah, no, it's probably just it, bud. Because I sleep with my hand right here.
I was sitting with my daughter, my 14-year-old, and she's like, my kids are obsessed with Grey's Anatomy, and I know it's probably like too old for them, but she is becoming a doctor based on watching this, and she just told me, she's like, I just need you to know that a rash could be an indication of cancer. That's what she just told me.
Yeah.
Like, thanks a lot. I don't want to know anymore.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, it's so funny how kids. Oh no, what was the song that was most influenced by your kids or by being a parent on the album?
Well, I mean, I would say that individually there's probably more than one, but like
okay.
In Your Dreams, the song with my son, he is going on 8. In December, he's going to be 8, and he's still not really great at staying in his own bed, because we did that attachment parenting thing. We kept him in the bed, and he was the last one, so we didn't have anyone to put him with, whereas that's how we got rid of the others. And, I just sang that song for him. I'm just like, here's some comfort to help you have the confidence to stay in your bed. And I know it sounds like a sweet lullaby, but it's really like the real...
Please get out of the bed so I can sleep in my own bed song.
Get a good night's sleep. So that's that one. And then there's a art song, which I've always thought, long before I had children, and I always thought, when I have children, I want to make sure that gardening is a part of their lives. I want them to know how to garden, to enjoy gardening, and to eat the vegetables from the garden, cook from the garden, and like just grow your own food because it helps. I just feel like it's so important for everybody to know how to do that. And so I've always gardened with my children. And when my girls were little, in actually Jersey City of all places, they would walk out and just say, "We're gonna eat our vegetables from the garden," and they'd go and just like snack, whatever
Sure.
was out there. And I just thought it was such a beautiful thing. And I don't know, I felt like kind of like a parental success the day that they said they're gonna go eat their veggies in the garden. And so probably those are a couple.
Are you okay with them bringing salt for the tomatoes? Are you fine with this?
I would be okay, but they figured out how to just eat them without. They eat tomatoes from the garden.
I'm 45 and I still don't know how to eat tomatoes without salt.
Oh, you eat tomato sandwiches, or is that just a New Jersey thing?
Oh no, I definitely do. But it is also salt, sea salt, and then a ground pepper on top of the tomato.
You know what? You're right. And salt is good on cucumbers too.
Oh, cucumbers and watermelon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't put salt on everything, but I've tried those things. That's funny. Why haven't I tried it on other fruits? Like I never put salt on a strawberry, and I never put salt on salt on a tomato makes sense because when you make a sandwich, you're already adding salty things like cheese or ham or those kind of things.
So my mother-in-law puts salt and, get this, cumin on fruit.
That does not shock me at all. I live in San Antonio.
Try mango with salt and cumin, and you will be a changed man.
No, I believe it. Have you ever had tahini or tahine?
Tahine? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that's a Texas thing where it's like watermelon with chamoy and that kind of stuff on it. Yeah, you're just used to that spicy. So it does make sense. It doesn't shock me that somebody that loves spice that would want to add spice to their things.
I bought that tahine, and I have not. I haven't even opened it or put it on anything. Bought it for something. What do I put it on? Like rim the.
Well, you can use it for drinks. You can use it for fruit. One of the easy ways to do it is: do you ever do corn in the cup?
No. What's that?
So or it's called elote here in Texas, and what it is, corn. It's roasted corn in a cup or roasted corn on the cob. But the way they do it is that they add, or way I do it, I guess, is add mayonnaise, Parmesan cheese, lime, salt, and then chile on top. And so you can actually switch the chili for the tahine, which is chili and a little sugar. And so it tastes yummy. And you wouldn't think that mayonnaise and Parmesan would taste awesome on a corn. You would be wrong. It is a delicious flavor.
I would love mayonnaise. I know people hate it or people love it. I love it. Right.
I mean, tahine would work on popcorn too. If you add a little butter on the popcorn and then tahine it, then you'd have a little spicy, sweet popcorn. Yeah, no, it's a very fun combination of flavors. All right, now, so
do you have a food blog?
I don't. I've been told that I've considered making you'll love this. I've considered a YouTube channel where I just do freestyle rap food recipes.
Oh my god!
So, because I can literally tell you how to make something. What?
I'll double subscribe to that.
Yeah, so I can do here you go. Now this is how you make a tomato basil soup. You add a little tomato, you crush it up and keep it cool. Then you add a little whipped cream. You gotta be little salt and sugar. Yes sirree. Now you gotta break that little basil, cut it in the pieces, lay it down. Now you know that you can see this. Now the one trick about the salt and sugar, it's 1 part salt for 2 parts sugar. Then you pour it in and you stir it all around. You wait for it to bubble and then you hear the sound and then you got a buffalo. Wait, that's not it. You got a tomato soup. And it's yummy, legit.
Nice. Bravo.
So I've been told to do that many a time. And then I've seen awesome dudes on TikTok, the rapping chef on TikTok, where they literally just do rap songs.
Have you heard Cheetah? Hey, Cheetah.
Yeah, that dude's awesome.
That is so good. Listening. I can't stand it when that video is over. I just want to hear more.
That's so good. It's very well done.
You could be the next Hey Cheetah.
I know. Yeah. If I have the motivation, and the truth is, it's very hard sometimes. Where it's like I'm at a point where I just need to make money, so my creativity gets scorched a little. Me trying to be a stay-at-home parent.
Yep. Join the club. Everybody's in this position here.
Yeah,
It's like a curse, isn't it?
it is, but it isn't, because like I grew up without a dad, so the idea that I could just spend every waking moment with my kids is awesome to me. And it is frustrating. At the beginning, it was frustrating that I wasn't making money anymore. And the thing is that there was no amount of money that I could make. Like, the most money I ever made per hour was like $20 an hour. And that would pay just for babysitting. It would make no sense for me to go to work just so I don't see my kids. Yeah. That's dumb. And so I was like, let me just figure this out. And I've been doing it now for 7 years. And it's frustrating at times because I liked it when we both had incomes. But this way, at least I get to spend all my time with my kids, and my kids think I'm awesome, and I end up with weird logos and fun stuff because my kids want to be a part.
You are awesome. Well, you know what? This thing is that they're probably in this day and age where people are, kind of making money on TikTok and YouTube and all of that. You are so talented. You could probably figure something out eventually. Just talk to your kid. They have a plan. Your kid.
He's determined. One of his ones is that he doesn't even understand how on point he is, because what he really wants me to do is he wants me to do horror video game reactions. He thinks that that's where I'll get all the things. Now, the hilarious part about this is my son does not know is that his dad has a big issue with horror anything. Because when horror movies, I don't watch them because I become emotionally involved. And so there was a point in my life that my best friend would take me for my birthday every year out to eat into a scary movie only for his own entertainment. But I was so low budget. I was like, if I'm getting food and free movie, I'll take it. But there were many times where people were just like in the movie and they'd be like, bro, you made the movie so much better because you were so scared. And I was like, yeah, no, I know. And I'm not a small person. You met me in person. Seeing this big guy scream is a hilarious thing. But that's exactly what's... So if I started doing that, which I do not want to be known as the big guy that screams the scary things, but he's right. I would get 100,000 followers in a second if I did that.
I would rather see a rapping chef, but
Yeah. I mean, if I had a giant channel, then I could always do other sub channels that nobody watches just for entertainment purposes. I guess I could always do that, but then I'd be stuck like.
Who knows? You know what? You could just mix it up. You've got a good personality and a lot of talent. You could just do some horror reaction. You know what reaction videos I really love are those two boys that are sort of like hip hop rap fans, but they'll listen to something that's like totally not that music that they've never heard before. And reaction. Have you seen that?
No, but I've seen that genre. Yes.
I think it was the one where they were watching Phil Collins in the Air Tonight, and there's like a long.
Oh, I have seen them actually. Yeah, I know.
They're like, whoa! They're like, they dropped the beat so late.
Yeah, that's so funny. Now, you have one last funny thing to ask before we move to the rap, which I know is the only reason you're here. You're not even here to do an interview. You're not trying to promote anything. You just wanted for me to rap about you.
I just love raps, and I love being made fun of. So I hope you have some.
I hope I grabbed enough information for a funny rap. I'll try my hardest. Now, the other... so, I remember the first time I watched... You ever see the movie The Transporter?
Who?
The Transporter with Jason Statham. So, he's like it's like early 2000s, and he transports goods and stuff. But it was the first time I ever saw a movie that almost had an all hip hop soundtrack, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool!" Like to have a mainstream movie with a hip hop soundtrack. I mean, there was like Judgment Night, which was a rock rap soundtrack, but that doesn't really count. Like this is the first one I really saw it and was like, "Oh wow, that's cool." So. In that same vein of thinking, is there any movie or thing that you've watched that you think would be better if it had a bluegrass soundtrack?
Oh. Funnier or better with bluegrass soundtrack?
Either or.
Oh gosh, I'm the wrong ask. I can't.
Also, did you ever watch Knight's Tale?
I don't know what that is.
It's a movie with Heath Ledger where it's like in the ancient times, and the soundtrack is all 70s rock.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's awesome. It's so weird to watch a movie that's supposed to have medieval songs, and it has Queen and We Will Rock You up in this mix, and it's great. It's a great movie. If you've never seen it, it's a PG-13 movie, but it's very good, and it's great. It's about a kid that becomes a knight, and then it has a rock soundtrack, and it has Heath Ledger in it. So 3 cool things.
Very cool, very cool. Well, I have to say, I mean, I feel like the soundtrack makes the movie. Makes movies. Like there's so many times, like they just pick the right song and it just like gives you all the feels.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you don't have anything. Let me think of something. How about the Flintstones?
Well, how about a horror movie with bluegrass?
Oh, then I feel like it would be more like a Hills Have Eyes. I think has a bluegrass soundtrack. Now that I think about it. And then there are a few like, now the only bluegrass soundtrack I can think of is Deliverance, and that's a terrible reference for.
Never seen that, and I probably will never watch it.
Yeah, for that reason, same reason we're both mentioning it.
No, and I just know I can't watch it. We actually did a gig that was dueling banjos, and the guys ended up playing it. I don't think they were super happy about it, but
yeah. That's hilarious. All right. Is there any other things that you'd like me to make sure I add into this song?
Into the song? No, I think you have everything you need.
Okay. All right. Give me a second. I thought I had this set up, but I don't remember where I put it, so I'm bringing it over here. And yeah. So, did you ever check out at least the trailer of that movie I was saying about? Best in the World?
What was the name of the movie? Best
in the World?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. I will show it to you in a little bit after the show.
Yeah. I'm so bad at movies and trailers and stuff. I can't really stay awake. I'm way up past my bedtime now.
I understand. I am at that point in my life where I get way tired way faster.
I know, right? I can't believe I ever used to go out at 11 at night.
Would you like me to give you some options for beats?
Yes, please.
All right. Give me 1 second. All these are like chill, funky situations. So there's nothing like super hype, but everything's kind of awesome. So my friend Joe November definitely let me use these tracks, and so I really appreciate that. And I have like 40 tracks I can go through. I'm only going to give you 3 options. Don't worry, we're not going to be here all night trying to decide a beat.
Give me something like It Was a Good Day.
All right, we'll see what I can do. Let me share the screen. Excuse me. My cough is catching up with me. Share the screen. And then move this here. Audio, and then we're going to go. Okay. And here it goes. You won't be able to see it. It's not for you to see. It's just for you to hear. Here we go. Here's one. Takes a second to start playing. There's option number 1. Option number 2.
stand up, shake it in your seat. What's your thing? I can't tell you who to sell it to, but I'll buy it.
Let the beat rock.
All right, there's your second option. That one's called Slap, and the one before it was called Woke and Swagger. And then, why not? I don't even know what this one is. But it has a great name. It's Cautionary Tale. Okay, any of those sound good, or do you want to try another one? Number 2. All right. Let me get to that one. I think I'm about to.
Everybody stand up, shake it in your seat. What's your thing? I can't tell you who to sell it to, but I'll buy it.
Let the beat rock.
Everybody say yeah.
All right. And then let me get ready. You can get ready and just chill. I just got to take off all the stuff. Which is off. Make sure the volume's good. All right. So I'm going to just do a real quick test. And just tell me how my levels are for you. I want to make sure you can hear me over the beat. Okay. Hello. How are you? I can tell you what I do. How's that? Is that good? Is it the music going to be louder, or is it just loud enough?
Oh, sounds perfect. Good balance.
All right.
I want everybody.
All right, here we go. All right, any last words you want to add before we go?
No.
Give me your favorite vegetable from a garden.
Favorite vegetable from the garden? Jalapeno pepper.
Jalapeno pepper. Oh, obviously. We just talked about this. Okay, let me pop this up. Okay, all right, here we go.
Shake it if you want to stand up, shake it in your seat. What's your thing? I can't tell you who to sell it to, but I'll buy it.
Let the beat rock.
Now we talk about it all this day. We talked about bluegrass and how an Indian lady say, hey, got stuck there, having a great time, and hey, loving every string that goes like the mandolin plays. She had a good time, she could bid it back and rhyme, and then one day she was like, I'm gonna make kids music fine. Oh, and then it added to it, she cannot ever be. It's called a Magnolia, and I did it wrong, B, but that's okay. Magnolia, if I ever say string street band, like I never gotta feel this way, only if the words sway, moving to the left and right. I just dream cause I got to do it, I was thinking right. Gillian Wells, she's just having a great time with her favorite doctor. We'll say it's a throat doctor, but I still don't know why I cry, and sometimes I could be. And Sheila, she's just chilling on the floor, yes sirree, by her Wi-Fi so the camera can go fly high. And we got a dancing daughter and she's about to go. My, I could never do it all, it's all the same. You said your only reason you married your husband cause he a rap. Hey, that's pretty amazing, only if I couldn't see. That's why I've been rapping so long, trying to find a wifey, but my wife doesn't even like rap music. I never be. She's all about that country, which hurts my feelings, and but she supports my dreams, so I get to go to places like Chicago, only if I can't understand the races. And she be sitting there like, oh, I can't be. I don't understand what you're doing, but you're still funny. And I'm bored if I'm getting it down, and I go like my son. He's trying to change my times and feeling it. Yo, I'm out of control when I'm thinking if it still can't be. If we could bluegrass anything, I guess it would be the president. I don't know what that means, and only if I scream, I'm out of control, and then I got to see it like a sheen.
Oh my, bravo! That was amazing.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Sorry it wasn't a super funny, but I tried to make it go with the beats.
That was so funny. Did your wife really like country and not?
Oh, she definitely likes country, and she can care less about what I do.
It seems like you should marry my husband. I should marry your wife.
Yeah.
She likes
But here's the thing: my life allows me to be a stay-at-home parent and allows me to do this music thing, and I get to go on tours and do fun stuff. As long as I'm back for the weekday, she doesn't really care. But she loves me, and it's hilarious. I'd be like, "You want to come to the show?" And she's like, "I definitely don't." Like, she barely wants to. I do ACL every year for the last 5 years, and that means that I get her a ticket to go see any concert she wants to see, and she's still like, "No, I'm good." Now, I probably should George Strait show up at ACL, then she'll go. But in general, she's like, "No, I'm good." What's that?
I'll take her ticket.
I know, right? I like
City limits.
I tell you, I always have if I'm looking for a random singer, how's your freestyle skills?
I'm not the worst, but I'm not the best.
Oh, yeah, I'm always looking for somebody to help with the freestyling for the booth. So I might.
My husband's a great freestyler. I'm just.
You're just not. It's not your thing.
Not.
Yeah. We have I have a beatboxer and a guitar player that come and we make up songs for each kid. So we end up doing about 250 songs throughout the weekends, the 6 days, where they're all original tracks. And this year I actually had Saul Paul perform as the beatboxer, and so it was pretty insane. Actually, Lady B, if you met her, she actually might come this next year. I'm hoping that her schedule work out where she can come and do some rapping with me. And so
awesome.
Yeah, it's always fun. I always love seeing the other tribute musicians in those situations, and it's so cool. I think I met Cindy. Oh no, I've known her before, but I met Cindy. She goes every year to ACL to support whoever's performing. So I always see them all the time. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you enjoyed your rap. If people want to find the album or find that stuff, where are they going? What are they looking for? What's happening?
Well, the album on all platforms. It's called By the Light, Magnolia Street Band. And
It's let me say that again. It is By the Light of the Moon by the Magnolia Street String Band. I almost did it. You're going in and out, so I just want to make sure everybody gets all the information as we go. All right, keep going.
Thank you. That's it, and it's a bluegrass album for everybody.
Yeah.
For everybody.
It doesn't feel like when you're listening to it, it feels like a bluegrass band, a bluegrass album. And then every once in a while, when the kids start singing, you realize, oh, kids can listen to this too. Yeah. Is really when you realize, oh, well, I guess the garden one is kind of obvious. Like, it's obviously like kids oriented. Slow Down the Rabbit.
Yeah.
Is like the first song, and that is the one that feels the most kiddish in all of them.
Yeah. And the irony is that's the song I wrote for myself because just keep and moving so fast that I actually have to slow down. So
I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I was wrong by that statement. It is Car Transporter, which is the most kid song friendly of the thing. Like when I thought in my head, I was like, I never thought singing Car Transporter would sound cool with bluegrass music, and it does.
I wrote that song for my nephew. It's on the spectrum, and he becomes obsessed with one thing, like an airplane or a car transport or whatever. He's so obsessed. And I was trying to win him over when he was really little. He lives in New Mexico. So I thought, let me try to win him over with music. So I just wrote that song just to make him love me. And he loves the song. I don't know if he loves me, but he loves the song. And I thought to put it on the album. And my sister's on the album, his mother. So she sings it with me. It's a family album, my sister, my kids, and then my band. So, it's a lovely union all in one CD or album.
That's awesome. And where can they go to find it? Oh, what? Do you have a website?
We do, yeah. So thanks for asking. It's magnoliastreetstringband.com. We're also on Instagram, MSSB Music, and on Facebook and TikTok. On TikTok, I think you could probably search for us there as well.
I know that when I did the intro, I did find your music on Instagram, so I was able to use one of the songs on the intro, which always makes me laugh. At this point in my life, I have so many friends that are like full musicians, so I love that anytime I do a video with them, I could just have their music as the intro. That makes me so happy.
Yes, absolutely. And someday we'll do an interview of you and have your rap, have my new rap song for me.
Yeah.
Be the intro.
Well, once I show you this, once after the show, and I show you this Judah and the Lion, you're gonna make a song where I'm gonna rap with you. So I just tell you that now. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna be like, "Oh, I never thought that this is a thing," but it's a thing. So
Okay.
and then the next thing I know, I'm on a bluegrass album as a rapper, which Saul Paul did a whole folk album last year, and so it's possible. Anything you rap, you can rap to anything. I can rap to anything, anyways. I don't know if you can, but I can. Give me a weird beat, I'll rap to it. I can't say it's gonna be good, but I'll try.
I try. I really do.
Really, if you could do it, so you're telling me if you could do a rap album, you would have done one already?
Are you kidding me? That's the only reason I do bluegrass.
It's because you can't rap. Hey, and if you could rap, you would make so much money. Have you heard of XG?
No.
Again, I'll show you in a second. But anyways, guys, I hope you have an awesome day. Thank you for coming and checking out Sheila and talk about her amazing band. And thanks for talking to me and having a fun time. It's awesome to see you. I hope you like the new format of the show. It's a little more free verse, a little more funky, but I'm just trying new things to see what hits the wall right. And I love y'all guys. Thank you so much for spending time every week for just to watch me, even if it's for 36 seconds. I appreciate it, and I am grateful that I still get to do this after 5 years, and that I've met so many friends and so many people to do this with. It's been awesome. So if you're looking for a new website, make sure you go to nomadweb.design. They are our only sponsor, and so go check them out. If you buy one of their sites, I get money, which goes to a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for my kids, but still it goes to something. And also you can go to Flows for You, Flows, the number 4, the letter U.com, where you can go check out the website, listen to all the episodes, all of our episodes for the last 5 years. And thank you so much for coming on. If you want to be on the show, go to the contents, ask me, hey, I want to be on the show. I will make time for you, and we will have a great time. Thank you again for coming and checking out Flows for You. And I'll say flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. And I'll use the old outro just because it's the only button I have. So, Sheila, stay online after the stream ends so we can talk. All right.
Thank you, Jason.
Oh, no problem.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all of your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say flows for you, flows for you. This is what